Tillamook is a farming community, farming, timber, fishing. It's a very conservative community. It has, though, seen change over the course of the last 8 or 10 years. We now have the largest Hispanic population on the Oregon coast. And so it's a traditional area, but it's also been changing recently. The Tillamook school system has about 2,000 students in it. We have 5 schools. 2 of them are K-3s that we split in half. And then we have a 4 through 6, a 7-8, and a high school, and then we also have an alternative school at the high school level as well. It's very clear in education that the best way to get increased student results is by improving our instruction. And so the class project gives us the opportunity to really work on improving instruction in a lot of different ways that we wouldn't have available to us without a class grant like this. And so we're fortunate to have it. We're excited about the things that we've been able to do so far with it, and even more excited about where we're going in the future.
It's scary when you're kind of plowing new fields. Education has had a model in their head. You enter teaching and you teach, and then if you want to do something else, you become an administrator somewhere. Now I see a lot of possibilities for the craft of teaching, and we're certainly anxious to help Chalkboard push that out.
My name is Linda Shuford, and I've been teaching in Tillamook School District for 20 years. I was involved in the design committee that brought the class project to Tillamook. I definitely see that this can be a great advantage to our district, having our new teacher retention program, having our mentor program, having our data team that are in place now. The whole class program is so interwoven that it's really going to help our new teachers and have them want to stay in Tillamook because they feel supported.
The thing with first year teaching is that it doesn't matter how much experience you have beforehand. You have to learn the curriculum. You have to build relationships with your kids. You have to master classroom management. You have to figure out how you're going to organize all the information that's coming to you through email and through administration and what they need from you. And it's just, there's so much to manage. Having a mentor that I have a relationship with, I can come and say, oh my goodness, how do you do this? I think it's also setting me up for success for the future, because this is a foundational year for me, figuring out what works, what doesn't work, what I like, what I don't like, where I'm going to go with things. And if I have a good, strong foundation, then I can build on it. So I think it has definitely helped me to succeed long term.
I think was really nice to have all the mentors in one room, and mentees go and be able to share their experiences, their cons and their pros of the mentor experience, and just be able to see what everybody is doing. And I think in all it's very helpful for the mentees and for the mentor. You get a lot of ideas with those observations. It's wonderful.
Data teams, it's really looking at formative data. So it's down to the teacher level and the student level. This is what I'm going to teach this month. Let me pre-test it, see what kids already know and what they don't, and then I'm going to base my instruction on what kids know and don't know instead of what the textbook says. So the data teams that the class project has funded, it's about classroom data in the moment with the kids. With formative assessments, you catch the issues right then and there and you base your instruction on them.
What I've seen, the very positive effects of this, is getting our older teachers to work with younger teachers, which is good for the younger teachers, but I got to tell you, the older staff are feeling renewed too.
Well, I've been a mentor in the past, and I remember myself being a first-year teacher. It took years and years and years to gather my whole year's curriculum. She has shared knowledge from college. For example, all of her computer skills. And of course, we didn't have any of that training when I went through school. And the collaboration between both of us has been really nice.
One of the things that has helped me as a mentor is I've participated with my mentee in going and observing other teachers. And for me, it's been huge in that I have renewed confidence, renewed appreciation for my colleagues and their abilities. I teach with some amazing people.
I think it's great that they give us the time and the opportunity to go not just collaborate with one another, but Emily and I have been doing observations this week where we get to watch other teachers teach. And that's something we would never get to do on a normal basis. And so we get to get ideas from them and then work together to create maybe our own units based on that lesson, and that's wonderful.
Although what we're working with in most cases are the teachers themselves and trying to improve instruction, the ultimate goal is not to have great teachers. The ultimate goal is to have better student learning. The fact of the matter is they both go together. And so with better teachers, we're going to have better student learning.
Kids compare a teacher, especially at the upper grades. They compare a more experienced teacher to a brand new teacher. And they can definitely see different teaching styles, different teaching strategies, and they know a good teacher.
He really tries to get us involved in the labs that we're doing, so it's not just him doing a bunch of demonstrations. I feel like I learned a lot in Mr. Harper's class.
He's a pretty fun teacher. I mean, he's new this year, and he has some big shoes to fill because last teacher was pretty good. And I think he's been doing pretty well so far. I know that Miss Radcliffe sat into a couple classes yesterday and was taking some notes, and I know that Mr. Harper takes what she says pretty seriously. And I've actually seen some of her teaching methods into his teaching methods, so it seems like he's actually listening to what she has to say.
Well, in 2001, we had to make serious cuts. We closed a building, we laid off 16% of our staff, and we really went down to bare bones. At that point, we made the conscious decision that we would never get there again. And so we started creating programs on our own and really didn't want to sit back and rely on the state to give us the money and give us the things that we're going to need in order to run an education system. And class is a huge piece to that. Class is a piece to the puzzle that's really fit right in here in Tillamook and has provided opportunities for our staff and therefore for our students as well that will continue to improve our education system. And although we went through hard times, we're better today than we've ever been. We're more efficient, we're more effective, and we're more focused on what we need to do.
I think it's not only fostered collaboration with the 3 pilot sites, but I see beginnings of collaboration across, other school districts, and they want to know how to do this. We've done presentations at Napa, at Fossil, at Pendleton, Albany. It's really transformative. Even in these tough economic times right now, people know that we're doing some special work and are feeling really good about their work, and that's important.
Ultimately, the Tillamook School District is a better place thanks to the investment that class has made in our students and our staff.